And Bryant, here it is the ice, the freezing rain, and the sleet that are both causing issues, at least in part of the area. In fact, we just learned about a serious crash involving multiple vehicles. That's on 140 near Engler, just outside of Westminster. You know, the bridge, the overpass near Engler on 140. Multiple vehicles involved in a crash because it is icy and iced over. They are now treating that particular bridge. But just because you're not on that bridge or that bridge isn't on your route doesn't mean that you aren't going to encounter some issues, especially on the northwest side. Freezing rain and sleet continues to fall with temperatures in the upper 20s to near 30. So certainly it is cold enough for a sleet and freezing rain to stick and to create a thin glaze of ice. Keep in mind it only takes 1/100th of an inch of ice, a tiny little glaze, to lose all traction and have some issues. Of course, many roads have been treated. They've been ready for this, and they've been making strategic decisions with which roads to treat, how to do so best. But of course, we're still running into some issues out there. Good news, though, we're on the back edge of the steadiest of the freezing rain and sleet, so hopefully some improvement with the treating of the roadway. Still 83 could be an issue. 95 likely treated well, but you get to US 1 and some of these state highways and state routes. Certainly bridges and overpasses could be slick. And it's because of stuff like this. This is here on TV Hill. This is actually about an hour ago, so a little more ice than you see even in this photo. And those little white clumps, that's sleet that was mixed in with the freezing rain, again frozen on many of the vehicles here at the in the parking lot up in Woodbury on TV Hill, northwest side of town. And that's going to be, you know, symbolic of what many cars look like north of I-70 along that 70 corridor as well. Winter weather advisory in effect until midnight because of the risk of slick spots. 30 in Reisterstown, 31 Eldersburg, 31 Sykesville, Pikesville 32, Towson 32, downtown Inner Harbor 34. You get down to BWI 33 and 35 in Glen Burnie, and basically south and east of 95, mid-30s, not as much of an issue. Right at 95 and off to the north and west, temperatures drop to the freezing mark, and in some cases upper 20, so cold enough for that glaze of ice to form. We're tracking more wintry showers through about 8:30 or so, and then we're going to dry it out, and the temperature may actually warm up a degree or two overnight tonight, hopefully encouraging some melting. Up to 1/10 of an inch of freezing rain, not going to cause any power or tree issues, but slick travel, elevated surfaces generally along and north of the I-70 corridor. Perhaps a dusting of sleet as you saw in that photo. Snow, it's unlikely, but a flake or two up in northeast Maryland. But we're waking up to dry conditions tomorrow, maybe a little bit of drizzle, upper 20s and 30s. So I think by sunrise, most of us will be at or just above freezing. So could be a few slick spots. Of course, you can wake up with WJZ tomorrow morning, let you know where any issues are, but improvement through the morning hours. Temperatures back in the 40s tomorrow afternoon. Lots of clouds. Western Maryland in the Maryland cast, more sunshine, 40s. Southern Maryland, Eastern Shore and beaches, we're stuck with the clouds. Upper 30s in Hartford, Cecil counties, lower 40s, Eastern Shore. About the same in Baltimore at 42. Tomorrow may actually be the peak day of the weekend. Winds increase, chance of evening showers on Sunday, and then a strong front moves through on Monday. That 58's in the morning. We're going to fall 20 to 30 degrees by afternoon. Winds will howl, so an alert to the big change on the way, and then brutal wind chill, single digits in teens Tuesday morning, struggling to get above freezing Tuesday afternoon, 40 Wednesday. Second front could bring a few rain and snow showers Thursday, followed by bitter cold. Bryant.
All right, thanks, Cutter.